How's it going, ladies and gents? How are you doing? Back again here with another video, and as you can see, I'm playing here some Valorant. It's a very fun game. I've been playing it a lot recently because the whole game is going to come out on June 2nd, so I'm playing the beta version of the game. And let me tell you something, it's one of the most stable and just one of the most funnest games I've ever played recently here in terms of any FPS game. Now, in this video, what I want to teach you people is how you can increase your chances of winning more gunfights and improving your aim. And now, of course, this is just my personal opinion and whatnot. So anyways, let's get started, shall we? So as you can see, what I'm doing right here is that when I'm shooting at an enemy, now keep in mind, I'm playing here in practice mode, and you want to take advantage of the practice mode if you have bad aim, because by being able to take advantage of practice mode, it's going to help you get used to being able to control the recoil of a weapon. Now, from my personal experience, I will admit I don't have the best aim either, but I've recently started using this method, and the method I'm using here is that I'm using the default crosshairs. And with using the default crosshairs, what you want to do is that you want to focus on using the top part of your crosshairs, meaning that when you aim at an enemy, you want to aim the very top part of the crosshairs at an enemy's torso area or at their head, depends on what angle you're facing the enemy from. So whenever I play a game, for example in Valorant, what I do is that I aim the top part of my crosshairs at an enemy's torso area while aiming the middle part of the crosshairs at their stomach. And whenever I spray an enemy from medium or short range, I always try and control the spray by just aiming the crosshairs slightly a bit downwards from the torso from the time I see an enemy. And the reason for it is because if you can control the recoil of a weapon, then it's just going to help you win more gunfights. That's all it takes to be able to win the gunfights in this game. At least from my perspective, is just by controlling the recoil, because if you can control the recoil and the spray of a weapon, then that's just going to produce wonders for you. Now, for long distances, this is a completely different story, because for long distances, you don't want to just start spraying an enemy with that method. What you want to do is that for long distances, no matter what weapon you're using, you want to also aim the top part of the crosshairs at an enemy's chest area. And what you want to do is you want to either tap fire or burst them, because by being able to tap fire or burst them, you're going to be able to control the spray more efficiently. For example, you want to try doing like a 3 or 4 shot burst and just keep repeating that process until you get used to using it. And also, if you're facing an enemy from short or medium or long distances, you want to try and stand still. You don't want to necessarily move around, because that's just going to throw off your spray pattern. And if you're moving around corners, for example, what you want to do is you want to pre-aim. In other words, you want to move your crosshairs right as you're aiming or walking, because by doing that, it's going to help you detect whether an enemy is hiding in a corner, and it's going to give you a better ability of taking them out, because if you can just do that, then your aim is going to be locked onto the enemy, or your crosshairs are going to be locked onto them, and you can have the first advantage in terms of spraying them, because timing is the most important thing when you're walking around corners, because if you can just get the timing right, then that's when you're going to be golden. And the same method also applies if you're aiming down the sight of a weapon, because if you're facing an enemy from long distances and you're aiming down the sight, you also want to use the same method as I mentioned before, by aiming for their head or their chest torso area, because by doing that, it's going to do the most amount of damage to an enemy. And if you can learn how to tap fire an enemy from long distances while aiming down the sight, then you can do the most amount of damage to them. So I'd have to say that this method works best if you're using a machine gun in this game, whether it's an LMG, an SMG, or a fully auto weapon, because trust me, by just being able to master this weapon, it's going to make you more deadly in gunfights in terms of being able to just aim the top of your crosshairs at an enemy's torso area while slightly aiming downwards as you're spraying the weapon. That's the main key that you want to try and improve on in this game, because I'm still trying to improve on this method as well, because I'm not the best at it as well. But hey, this method has helped me kill enemies like average maybe 10 to even 15 kills each game that I play here on Valorant with a team. So I just want to share this with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any more suggestions, then let me know in the comment section below, and if this worked out for you, then also let me know. But anyways, make sure to follow me on my Twitch TV account. Twitch is below in the description box, because I stream a lot there. Make sure to follow me on all my social medias as well, in the description as well, and make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and help me get to 10k subs. So anyways, y'all have a good one.